We are live. Yo! Alright. Excuse me. Alright. There you are.
Yes. Yes, I was doing a little Worms warm-up.
Gotcha. We can always play Worms while we do this.
Yeah, it'd be a little awkward.
What did the... Well, maybe. Who knows?
My thing, you know, my computer will has enough of a time getting Parsec to cooperate half the time.
Gotcha. Well, you know what? I mean, yeah. Well, let's do this. What's the plan? What's the plan for... Okay, what's the plan for tonight? Leedsy's asking us. I'm thinking we have 90% of data packs.
And 3 basic locations to go to get them.
What'd you say?
Because we have 3 locations to go to get them.
Got it. Yes, that's right.
Because Coventry is clear, so it's the bridge, the hotel, and the GCPD.
Yep. Oh, no point to what I'm doing, actually. I just realized, because we already got the trophy.
And I think you're max level now, too, so the XP is irrelevant.
Well, I still have a green bar. Does that mean I'm max XP?
No, it's just gonna stay like that.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. 90% most wanted. Oh, Burnley, Diamond District. So I guess let's just go down the list. Burnley has Penguin. We're done. Burnley has like 4 things in whatever that building is.
That's the GCPD.
All right then.
Well, we know where one of them is. One of them's in the floor of the morgue.
All right then. To Burnley we go. Is this supposed to be all of Gotham City?
It seems that way, doesn't it?
I guess so, yeah. I don't know much about, like, the actual layout of Gotham City, you know, but...
Yeah. But I think about, like, Arkham City, and I feel like the area that you could travel in Arkham City was larger than what you could travel in Origins.
Right.
And that was just a section of the city. And then there's Arkham Knight, which I feel like is a much larger map than either.
Well, it has to be if you're going to fly through it, right?
And drive.
That's what I actually meant, to drive through it. What's up, Hoorah Shades? We're having the map size talk. Is that a common talk in the Batman worlds?
These are the Batman game worlds.
Gotta be lurking somewhere.
And that's how you get into... what?
Secure the area.
Ooh.
Well, the other option is to go in through the sewers.
Available unit call-in status.
We're already here, you know?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's something worth doing too. Is what you had there is something you're going to need to do in the future. In the worst nightmare rank, you got to be able to take down 3 guys in the duration of a single smoke pellet.
Here we go.
So that's a thing you're going to want to, you know,
Get good at.
yeah. And you can just loud take down each one of them too. So, you know, it doesn't specify anything other than just do it.
Thanks to you, war just changed.
27, Batman's favorite number.
I wonder why is 27 Batman's favorite
What?
number? I didn't know that. All right.
Me neither. I know 27 as it pertains to Weird Al. That's about it though.
What does 27 pertain to Weird Al with?
It's just like it turns up in every video of his where there's a number.
Oh, it's the number of months that's subbed for.
Yeah, it's like it's not anything specific. It's just one of those things that just kind of always happens. And so it's become a running joke.
Ah. Alright, so here's GCPD bullpen. Alright, so... Alright, I guess we could head to the right and start to do stuff that way.
Yeah.
Oops, whoa.
It's a little interesting being in here when it's deserted like this.
Yeah, I guess everybody is home for the holidays, as it were.
Or arrested.
Yeah. How do I get out of the bullpen, though?
I think you have to go back out the main door there.
Oh, really? That wasn't the right one. Ugh. Yeah. Is this the GCP building meant to be the one we fight in Freeze in City? I don't know, honestly. Alright, so...
I do believe it is supposed to be, but it's hard to say because the layouts are so different.
Shooting range. I don't know if I'm going the right way or not.
Well, you can still kind of go around because there's that grate you crawled through before.
Hmm. Here we go. Server room. Right. Looks like we can go through investigations again. Prison cells. Basement access to the morgue.
Guess we'll go take care of that.
So there's one through here in the morgue. All right. Oh, it looks like I missed one already. And
Yeah.
I see one straight ahead.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, looks like there's nothing really else. Just I have to get to this one here. Alright. I don't think Batman's a furry just because I don't think bats have fur. Do they? Probably not. But they do? Oh. Well, alright then. Then I don't know what. Maybe he is. Alright, look, more importantly though, how the hell am I getting in the morgue? I guess that's not more important really, but...
There's the derelict elevator you used before.
you ever hear of do you ever remember there was like a webcomic called Brood Hollow? Did you ever read it?
Can't say that I have.
The guy, the main character in it had like a bat like friend, you know? Like it was like a cute bat named Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. But that said, I thought it was a very good webcomic, but sadly they stopped updating. Anyway, the question I was going to ask you though is how do I get to the morgue from the derelict elevator? Is this the derelict elevator?
You should be able to pass, I think, like right through the infirmary or something.
Where is anything? I guess the better question I'm trying to... All right, direct elevator shaft. This is it. So, is it in here? Like, am I in the right area? I guess that's a no. Or I have to head back through where I was. It is derelict, but it's not the derelict elevator. Thank you, Leedsy. Leedsy, you want to join this call?
Okay. Yeah, I'm having a little problem with video right now.
Okay. You want to reconnect to Parsec?
It's not you. I'm getting messages about my network.
Ah. Alright then. Leedsy, if you want to jump in the public hang zone, we can drag you into on air. You don't have to be on Parsec either, Constantine, if you don't want. You know, just use the stream if that'd help you. But you tell me. I don't know. All right, Derelict.
Yeah, I mean, I can always do it through the stream.
If it helps your
slight delay, but
there's
there's
a
trying to
more.
fight with the damn thing.
All right. Yeah, just let me know when you're in public hang zone. We can drag you in. All right, so.
All right. Okay, yeah, I'm disconnecting Parsec right now, so at least I can be able to hear you more consistently.
All right. All right, now I'm in the morgue. And there should be a data pack, like, right around me somewhere. I'm there. Let's grab the data pack. Hello?
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
just watching some Batman.
Welcome. I'm just playing some Batman.
Funny coincidence.
I know, it's great. How you doing?
I am alright.
Good to hear.
Glad you had a call. I could talk about Batman all night.
Please do, actually, because I'm just collecting data packs here. So I got to figure out how to get to this one in the SWAT manager's office. Which, is that through the bullpen, maybe?
Let's see, where are you now? Let me see.
I'm in the morgue. Which
Yeah, because I stopped paying attention while I was messing with my headset.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I made it to the morgue. I got there through the derelict elevator shaft. And it looks like that's about as far as I can go via derelict elevator shaft.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think.
Is there a wall in here that you blew out at one point?
Oh, there's also this whole section with these
Yeah,
guys here.
because if you
Yeah,
go through there and go through that wall that you opened, isn't it supposed to connect somewhere else?
Did I open the wall in the morgue, or is it somewhere else? I kind of forget. Let me see. I think I know what you mean, though. All right. Let's.
Wait, was that the morgue or the infirmary?
It can't be the morgue. It must be the infirmary, right? Because this is. My only problem is I kind of forgot how I got in the morgue like a minute ago.
Just gonna go in circles. Someone play the Batman theme.
There should be a door. Turn your detective vision on.
Oh, yeah, detective vision. How about that? Oh, there it is. Yes, manhole cover provides access to sewers.
Okay.
All right, there we are. I'm in the sewers again. Okay, cool. All right. So
Also, my apologies, since I'm watching the stream, I'm about 10 seconds behind you guys.
Totally fine. No, that's okay. Constantine's off Parsec too, but if you have Parsec and you want to friend me on Parsec, if you want to get ahead of the action, that's also your prerogative. But either way,
I'll install it sometime soon. I'll do this for tonight.
that works. That works. Yeah, because we're not anywhere near close to done with Batman as far as I know. Because I still got to do this. I got to do all the maps, which like those custom maps and the combat maps and all that fun stuff.
Fun times.
Fun times ahead for Batman. I was just watching Batman versus some people on like animated, like the knockoff, like not the animated series, but like stuff like Batman Hush and Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, like the animated movies that come out once in a while?
Yeah, exactly. Dark Knight Returns.
They have like varying degrees of quality. The thing that I get most distracted by is when Peter Weller does the voice instead of Kevin Conroy. Just because I'm like, hey, you're RoboCop. What are you doing here?
Is that Peter Weller? Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, it's the weirdest
times.
thing.
Wait, can I go anywhere in this room?
No, that door won't open.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, wait, how do I get to here then? I have to go in through the sewers?
Yeah, you'd actually have to physically go in through the sewers.
Should I exit, or should I go back to GCPD the way I was coming in?
Go back to GCPD. I think what we need to do is find our way to the evidence locker to get towards the that missing data pack in the manager's office.
Gotcha. Because I always thought Batman sounded like Sam Fisher. In like Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller one, right? Because that was one my brother had when I was little, basically, and I would read it when he was out. But at any rate, yeah, it's where he's got that gruff sort of voice, and he fights Superman and kills Joker or not really, but you know how it goes.
Speaking of gruff Batman voices, I know everyone makes fun of Christian Bale for doing the voice, but one thing that I love is that in Batman the Animated Series, it's a lot more subtle, but he does do that there too, where he speaks in a different voice for Batman, and it's the most jarring during this one scene where he's in Batman mode, not Bruce Wayne mode. He's been out Batmaning, and he comes back to the Batcave for something or other, and Alfred is like, "Sir, you have a call," and he answers the phone, and he switches to his Bruce Wayne voice while still Batman. And it's the most disorienting thing, because you're like, what the hell? What? You don't talk like this. His voice goes up like an octave and a half. It's weird.
That's why Conroy gets so much good for the voices, because it is so different,
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's such a drastic change.
George Clooney, I think, sounded the same as Bruce Wayne and Batman, pretty much, from what I recall of that movie.
I mean, I like to just pretend that movie was literally just George Clooney dressed up as Batman, and he's just having a good time.
You might as well. It was.
It honestly makes the movie way more entertaining if you're just like, oh, George Clooney found the Batcave and he's Batman for a day.
Sure, why not? Exactly. Val Kilmer also, I feel like, had the same voice as Batman and Bruce Wayne, if I remember. Let's see here. All right, wait. So I have to get...
in chat, Mr. the Lazy One says, there's a scene in the old Adam West show where Batman and Bruce Wayne talk on the phone. That sounds amazing.
I could see that, yeah. Adam West
is just so weird.
All right, so wait. Here's another elevator. Oh, I don't want this one, though. So I'm back in the bullpen. Is this wrong?
No, that's that's the entrance. Yes. Yeah, turn back round.
All right. Get out of the bullpen the way I came.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go deeper into the PD. Because you know what, it might that data pack might even be in that room that you had to avoid before because all the SWAT guys were in it.
Shades says that my audio's too loud. Maybe I can just like tilt my mic a little.
I was gonna lower you in Discord.
Okay.
So I'll put you down to 83%. Let me know how that is, folks.
My birth year.
There you go. There you go.
Youngin' compared to us.
My wife always teases me about that because she's 79. I'm 78, so she's robbing the cradle. But
love knows no age, slow beef.
That's what they tell me. What do you
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
even know who
77,
tells me
my wife
that.
is 85.
Whoa. All right, so listen. It's not really a whoa moment, but anyway, look. Here's the deal. I'm looking at this map, okay? I'm just feeling like I don't know how to get in here. That's in a way that's not the bullpen.
I mean, this map couldn't be designed more poorly is the problem.
Oh,
Right. Well, what I'm thinking is you go back down the hallway because
okay.
you've already been in here,
All right.
and when you get out there, like the disruptor door, you should be able to see the disruptor door, and that can give us a an angle to work on.
All right. So, okay. All right. This
Also,
is
in the bullpen, I can't remember if that's one of those rooms where they've done this a couple times throughout the Arkham games, but when you enter the room through like a little room at the back and then you just kind of plop down onto a vantage point. I don't know if it was one of those rooms and like maybe there's a way out up there.
well, actually, there is like a vent looking thing here. See? Like, is that a thing? Because that would take me to SWAT storage
Yeah,
room.
because remember when you first go through the bullpen, you're actually walking through that little vent and you hear Gordon giving that like instructional pep talk to his team. That's probably what that is.
But I can't get there from the bullpen, or can I? I see. Wait, I see a vent up here with like an opening. But I don't know if I can get to it though from there. You know.
Can you get on the vantage point that's opposite the door that you entered from?
Yeah, that ought to work.
Let me see.
And then, because I think I know that in some of those rooms, if you get on that vantage point and then just push backwards, it'll take you into the little
Maintenance
alcove.
access. You got it. That did it.
Sweet.
Good deal.
All right.
Yay, I remember things.
Nice. Doing better than me. Oh, yep. Two open.
Hey, Verse. Oh, Verse got a car.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Good stuff.
That
All right, now I'm in bullpen.
problem is, okay, there it is.
Okay, so we head back this way, through here, duck through here, back into a cave? No, not a cave.
I like to think that this is why they built a new GCPD on the north end of Gotham, because this one is laid out so badly. How the hell do they get anything done?
Well, that's the thing. They don't, right? They just take bribes and like get mad at Batman for like doing everything for them.
Oh, perfect.
Perception.
Batman's getting in the way of our kickbacks, guys.
Oh, Batman. That's right. So this way, and then this door is open. This is
Let's
convoluted.
follow it around.
Or not. Or yeah, here we go.
Through the door.
Yeah, this is-
Oh, hey, wait a second. Hold on before you get out of here. I think go back into that room.
Okay.
Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a charging point.
You'll have to be more
in there.
specific on that room since we're behind.
Yeah, the one where we had to jump through the window to get out of.
You make it generate like one of the things I like charge by holding X, the shock glove kind of. The shock. Yeah.
Correct.
I don't see one.
Believe that's in this. There's one in this vicinity, though, I'm seeing.
Mr. the Lazy One says that cloak/cape looks so off to me. That's because it's now Swiss cheese.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, right.
I almost feel. That's why I almost want to just like get a new.
All right, it's close, but I'm
Yeah,
definitely
if you change
sure
your
that there is
skin,
a
I don't know if
new area where
the
I
other
can see that.
skins are also beaten up. I've never actually tried it.
Oh wait, what?
Yep, go in there.
I recently did a minor hack of my game to get a skin that I could no longer get through the WBID registration thing, and I'm like, oh yay, I have another skin I'll never use.
I changed to one of the skins. I can't think of which one. The old man Batman one.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah, the Darkest Night one.
Yeah, and the cape was intact. So do you call it? I do think that. But that said, I didn't realize the skin changes back when you load a game. So
I did one time change it to, I think it's called Brightest Day. It's the most ridiculous looking thing in the world because Batman is dressed in black to blend in with the night, and when you're just blazingly pure white, I'm like, yeah, this is a Christmas game, but it's not that snowy out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait a sec. So
Okay. So that's...
how am I gonna get here? Give me the pink Batman outfit. Is there a pink Batman outfit? No.
Well, there's Batman outfits of all sorts of colors, Lord knows.
I know they released like a whole rainbow line of Batman pop dolls.
Yep, they sure did.
How do I get to? All right.
It's the one on the wall.
Yeah, you know what? Go, go to see the vending machine.
Yeah.
The room. That's where you surprised. Silent took down a guy before. You can go into the. You should be able to go into the room to the right, I think.
You're doing with the interrogation room I was just in?
Oh no, that's the interrogation room. Shit, this is not where I thought it was. No, it is where I thought it was. Shit. One of these.
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
we're
these
going
rooms
away
is the
from it
room
now.
where all the.
Going away from it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go back.
I might have to grab one of my
Where we were
guides just so I
before.
can see the map in real time.
Please do. Please do.
Hang on a second, I'm gonna grab my book.
I will absolutely take as much help as possible. Yeah, chat, please. This is as backseaty as you can get, is to invite people in to basically Bleezy Con. If you want to play the game for me somehow, we can get that going. Let's see here. Shooting range. Swap manager's office. So if I could get to the right, which I can't. Oh wait, there's a grate up there. So maybe.
That's, I think, what I'm looking for.
Yeah, here we go. I think I got it.
Scratch that idea. All I can find is the book to Arkham City.
I think I got one here.
No, I think we
Lame.
may have it anyway.
Okay.
I think because we found a passage up here. With
Yep,
a vent.
this is
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what. This
Yep,
is
this is
what I
where
was looking
Brandon's
for. Yep.
team was.
Yep, that was the room I was looking for.
All right. So yeah, here we go. There's a locked door.
Bingo.
The
And
charge.
that's where the charge area is.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Done
First
in
time you
here.
came through here and you kept trying to mess with that, we were like, no, just go on.
Yay!
Yep.
Extortion file for Joker. Done.
Fantastic. Again. All right, 2 locations left. That hotel. Oof.
Burnley still has 2 more in GCPD, but those go through the sewer, right?
Yeah, that should be.
2, yeah.
Oh,
And then
there's-
1 more in that other, whatever that other building is, which I think
Oh,
actually is
that's-
Enigma HQ, right?
That's Enigma's
Yeah.
hideout.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Oh no, wait, that's right. There's one. There is one there. Where you blew up his server and you go to the right, but you may as well leave that one for last so that you can finish off the whole thing.
was
I think
thinking
you
that,
have
yeah.
to anyway.
Gotcha. All right, so here's GCPD.
Well, I
full
think
bed.
the one, there's the other one that
The special
is
one.
in there. The special one is through the door, but the actual data pack is off to the right, and you gotta like fly out a little bit or something.
It's only
Unless
mildly
I'm
obnoxious.
Yeah, when you compare it to some of these other ones, it's not really that much.
I wonder if speedrunners just slide through the game constantly. All right.
I love that speedrunners use the term bat snacks when they work on these games.
What is it called? Bat snacks?
Yeah, they time their level ups because that will refill your health. So when they're running through a certain area and they get a level up, they won't actually choose an upgrade until their health is low, just to get the health boost.
Ah, I see.
They call it bat snacks.
Nice. Wait, how do I get out of here?
Uh,
Where the fuck is the bullpen?
It's all the bullpen's right here, straight ahead of me. So do I have to head through?
Yeah, that's how you can
Yeah,
get
that's
out
how we
that
came
way.
in.
Yeah, that's right. So we go through the shooting range, I think, right? Except instead of no.
No, you
No.
don't need to go through the shooting range to get out.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you can for a scenic route.
No, we don't want the scenic route.
Let's tour the GCPD building.
We've seen too much of GCPD as is, honestly. So,
Really? Other way.
Other way. I thought we're
To the
going out through the.
bullpen, Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought the bullpen was like a dead end.
No, that's where we came in.
I thought we came in through the roof down that. Oh, is that that? You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. I'm kind of remembering now. Okay. And then it was like what? It's over here, I think, through this elevator, going up this time though. Is that it?
Yes.
Over there.
Well, I think
Yeah,
I
it was
just
like-
found out why Parsec was giving me so much trouble. All of a sudden, there's an icon of updates.
There you
That'll
go.
do it. You know, as annoying as this building is, I do think it's cool that they took so much time with the environmental storytelling, because if you look really closely at all the typewriters, you can see where some cops are extorting others, and they're, like, threatening their families if they don't get money.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it just goes to show how shitty some of the cops are.
Yeah.
Maybe Montreal really did a good job with this, honestly. Like, you know, for being like, I guess what you consider like a B-roll team in a way.
Yeah, this game, I mean, it got a lot of shit that it did deserve, but it got a lot of shit that it did not deserve.
Mm.
Yeah, it definitely took a bit more on the chin than it needed to.
Well, it's funny because like I was talking to someone and they're like, "Why didn't you like this game compared to like City?" And I was like, "I think I just finished City when I'd played it, you know." So like,
Like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
so it's like once you
Yeah.
like play City for a long time, you go right to this. It's like you kind of need a break. I feel like between the Arkham games because they are very long and very like similar, you know.
Well, and City is such a tough act to follow.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I always describe it to people is Arkham Asylum was so good, I honestly expected to be disappointed by City because I didn't think Asylum could be topped.
Right.
And then it did. Like, that was like some top tier gameplay and storytelling.
Mm. Where is I'm sorry, just to interrupt quickly. Where is the sewer access, by the way, from here?
It was under a canopy.
Isn't it in that garage?
Yeah, that's at the garage.
Like, I think turn around, Slow Beef.
This way? Or keep turning around?
Yeah,
I'm like-
turn all the
Yeah,
way around, yeah.
Toward that seemingly dead end. The garage should be down there to the right.
In the Gotham City Works? Yeah. Here.
No,
That's it.
the other. Yeah. There you go.
Yep, there you go. You can tell exactly how far behind we are. We say yes at the same time.
It's not too bad, yeah.
True.
Here, I'll do it. Tell me, get ready to say glue the second you see me throw a glue grenade. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, take a drink when he throws a glue grenade.
Wow, you are far behind. So, alright.
Glue.
Wow. Holy crap. That's a few seconds.
That is way far behind.
So I'll say
it's
when
weird
I'm
'cause
gonna.
usually
Here's when
usually the stream's only about like 3 to 5 seconds behind. This time it's way longer.
All right, I just crossed through the steam. I'm gonna throw a third glue grenade. I'll say glue just to show you how far behind you are. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Glue.
Fuck,
Glue.
that's a long time.
That's a long time. Yeah. Damn.
I mean, I've had worse, so I'll adapt. I remember I was helping a guy with a Super Metroid playthrough, and I was like 30 seconds behind. Very difficult to
when
direct him to items with that kind of delay.
Yeah, when we were doing Zelda, I was still only a couple seconds behind.
Wait, what the heck?
Much closer to this. You got that one before.
I know,
The
but
one
like,
you charged there.
yeah, but now I can't get through here because isn't this the same
No,
place I was in?
same. You couldn't get through here before.
Oh, I'm through the other side of it. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, but I gotta get down here, right? So to do that, I go down this way, then I guess I go through this way. Am I doing this?
See, where are they?
CPD telecom room.
God, seriously, fuck this map.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even see them on the map.
They're
Okay.
toward the end.
There, yeah, here and here. I have to get to that big room through the water treatment facility, through the telecom room. But what was
okay, here we go.
what was confusing to me though is that I enter the control room here, right? And then according to the map, I have to go like where I'm facing to the left a little bit, like here, but I kind of can't. What am I doing wrong?
Oh wait, I think. Hold on, I think I might have this. That area that you glided through before when we were down here, where you fell in the water a couple times.
Yeah.
I think if you go there, and then you gotta kind of turn around and go on the, stay low, because you're going from high and you wind up down below. I think maybe when you land down below, turn around. That might be it. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a fighter or two there.
You mean like, okay, I think I see what you mean. So I just made a glue raft.
The
Okay.
glaft.
Yeah, that's the spot I was thinking of.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I know where we are.
Yeah. Guru chases them and taking a drink of every glue grenade. Good. Oh dear, wait, this isn't the right way.
Sophie Iba says, I mean, I'm already drunk. I'm not playing any drinking games with Origins.
You know what? I feel like I'm going like the wrong way though. You know, like I'm heading up to evidence locker.
It almost feels like you're going in circles.
Aren't we, though?
I think we are. Is there another entrance that I can go into for the sewers? I didn't think so though.
Well, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure here because the
We
the
came
entrance-
down. We came down when
entrance
we
is the
were
same.
trying to like circumvent something originally.
Yeah, and I didn't
Right.
have
Like
glue
Which
grenades.
means we must be just taking a wrong turn. We must be taking a wrong turn somewhere.
Do we have to go back in the damn GCPD building?
So the thing about that too is that we got down here from the GCPD to the GCPD
Right.
building. We got down, I think, this way that I'm going now. In fact, I know we
Yeah,
did
that way
because I glided down there. Like, basically,
Frick.
I had glided there at one point. You know. So basically, like this leads back to GCPD. What I'm doing right this second, and. Rolling sewers east. Yeah, this is like, see, like evidence locker, derelict elevator shaft. Like I was here.
Yeah, so this is then the way that we came in.
From GCPD.
So heading away from GCPD and back into the sewers, I think basically we need to just go whatever direction does not require us to use glue grenades because we didn't have them at the time.
Okay.
Right. Yes, that's
So-
exactly. I think.
So here, but right here is where I needed glue grenades.
Then I'm full of shit, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I thought we didn't have them at the time.
No, I think you're right. We did not
No,
have
you're
them at the time.
definitely right.
Yeah, that's true for sure. In fact, like,
Because I know that there were steam vents that were blocking off, like, oh, here's an area that we'll have to pass through later once we come back and have those.
yeah, like I felt like we came
Exactly.
in this way somehow, like through the sewers, you know. Wait, did we go in through a completely different sewer entrance? Is that possible? That, like, puts us closer to water treatment, maybe?
Well, the one that we entered through just now is where we exited from. Because remember, you come out of the sewer and, like, all those friggin' Hatter guys are standing there.
That's a good point, yeah.
That's right.
Alright, so there's no way out from this room here. This is the telecom server, though, which I feel like was what our goal was. So we came out, okay, we came out through there. I guess, you know, like we come back through here.
Right.
I suppose at any rate. So, alright, let's just...
Silly us for thinking we could backtrack
Oh,
easily.
that's right. That's right. Hold on. There's a northern entrance to the sewers. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Oops.
Get out of here and head north of the fast travel point.
Now that song's in my head and it's your fault.
I can't believe
Yep,
you
mine
got...
too.
I can't believe you got that song. Who Framed Roger
Get
Rabbit,
outta
right?
here.
Yeah,
Get me some money too.
I've seen that movie enough times. Yep.
And I love Jessica Rabbit's version of that song.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a non-Jessica Rabbit version of that. All right, no, I figured there must be, but I've only ever heard the Jessica
Well,
Rabbit version.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like you didn't know it at the time.
Right.
You know, we're basically the same age, so it's like, yeah, we didn't know that then.
By the way, if anyone here has not read the short story that movie is inspired by, read it. It's amazing.
I had
It's
the...
also very different.
Yes, I read part of it when I was younger, you know, but, like, I couldn't really, like, appreciate it, you know, so... But, yeah, it is
I didn't
very
even
different.
realize it was based on a short story until a couple years ago, and I found like a PDF of it that I read through in an afternoon, and it blew my mind. Partly because it was so different, and partly because it was just a good story.
Okay, so there's going to be an entrance.
Mr. The Lazy One says they added that song to Fallout New Vegas in one of the DLCs. That is true. That is also a good version of that song.
Go towards the north. And I know I'm seeing you go the complete wrong way right now, and it's probably already too late.
All right, I'm on the fast travel point.
Right. So go to your right and kind of circle the.
Oh, yep. I know where Constantine's taking you. He's right.
Yeah, that's. Yep.
I can't believe I forgot that. I feel like
Wait,
an idiot.
Was I going
So
the
do I.
right way? Because you said my right, and then I turned around.
Yeah, you went down an alley. Yeah, no, go straight down this.
Yeah, it's like under
street.
that overpass
think I
there
see
where,
it.
remember where all the SWAT guys were
Got it.
standing around?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep, and it's in that little gated area.
Yep. That's it.
Half and half says, watching that shoe get tortured fucked me up as a kid.
Dude, that
Totally.
messes me up so much because I'm like, is no one going to acknowledge that this is a murder in broad daylight? Like, I mean, they're treating, you know, toons as, like, regular people, and I'm like, if that's the case, then killing the cartoon shoe is murder, and everyone just stands there.
They call it.
All right, hey, I'm gonna duck out for a short while here.
Ooh.
I will be back though, y'all.
Absolutely. You know what?
See you soon.
I'm just gonna put myself on mute. I'm gonna stay in the room.
Go for it. What messed
Oh,
me
that
up?
one was easy.
Yeah, we got that. What messed me up is when I was younger, I didn't realize that Judge Doom was Christopher Lloyd, and then I saw it, and it was like, oh my god, that is him. You know,
Right.
Like, Doc Brown. What the? All right, I
That's
think.
just one of those, like, traumatizing experiences of growing up in general when you realize that different characters are the same person in real life, and you're like, but.
Yeah, I know. You know what messed me up too when I was a kid was realizing Tress McNeil, or I didn't know her at the time, but that Babs Bunny and Gadget from Rescue Rangers had the same voice, and it was like,
I was just gonna say, yeah, the first time I recognized a voice and thinking, oh wow, they sound a lot alike, and then you just kind of have the click that, no, it's the same person, like, no, they're different.
And it's funny because Tress McNeil does the same kind of voice, like, in a lot of things. So, like, once you've heard her, like, it's like, okay, I've heard her, you know? All right, so...
I think the ultimate mindfuck is Jim Cummings, the man who does, like, half the voices of Disney. The fact that he does Winnie the Pooh and Dr. Robotnik messes me up.
Oh my god, I didn't know that, actually.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I'm like, that's a range.
Alright, it looks like I'm missing... Wow, a lot of extortion files in Diamond District, and it looks like it's in...
Because no one wants to go to Diamond District.
That would do it. I'm missing 11 in one building. So let's go there. What building is that? Gotham City Royal Hotel. Oh,
I would say it's probably the hotel.
geez, that was a big friggin' level, too.
I mean, if nothing else, we get to see some pretty architecture.
Mm-hmm.
On the downside, we gotta fight with snipers.
I feel like I'm a little better with snipers, but not by much.
They never stop being annoying.
Stop me if I've told this on one of these Arkham Origin streams, but I also messed me up to find out the voices of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, as in the voice actors for both, were like a thing. That is
Really?
Yeah, they like dated in real life and stuff. I don't know if they were married, but they like lived together for like and did for years and years and years. Russie Taylor, I don't know how to pronounce it, but she died relatively. Oh, they were married in real life. She died like relatively recently, and there's like a newish Mickey Mouse cartoon that like my kids love, you know. But it hasn't continued for a little bit. Oh wow, snipers are fucking
Oh
me
god,
up.
they're everywhere.
Yeah. Anyhow. Something. Yeah, so.
Something Minnie Mouse.
Something Minnie Mouse, right? Okay, God, Hotel. How do I get out of here? How do I get to?
No, it blew my mind, kind of in the same vein. And chat, correct me if I'm messing up which artist this is, but I know I read that the woman that did Sailor Moon ended up getting married to the guy that did Yu Yu Hakusho, I believe. And it was like, I remember I was like, 14 in my weeb stage before the term weeb was a thing, and learning that and just thinking, oh, it's such a perfect love story, and then just finding out how awful it is to actually be a manga artist because they get paid nothing and harassed by their editors. And I'm like, they probably just have shared trauma. Don't forget that at the hotel you go in through the garage.
I already forgot that.
Your combat is so much better now, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I still do silly risks with like hitting before like I can counter. You know what I mean? Or like the whole like, do I want to counter or do I want to just hit them before they can even like get to hit me?
Other side for the garage.
Other side of the hotel.
Yep.
All right, go there. Go this way here. Yeah,
God, I wish sometimes you could just fly around the upper towers of this hotel just to really get that feeling of the height. I mean, not that flying in this game isn't awesome, but I just wish you could do it from like the highest point.
Right. Yeah, I like the flying in the game. I mean, actually, I don't think the AR missions or anything were as obnoxious. I felt like City, they were really bad.
Oh my god, I have like PTSD from the ones in Arkham City. They were awful.
Yeah, I remember
that one where you had to go under that little, was it like the little tunnel that was right above the water? Screw that thing.
God, it's been so long since I played City. I kind of forget, but I just remember them being a nightmare. I was really worried about them in this one, but they weren't that bad. All right, hotel parking. So there's 11. Ooh, okay, well, there's 2 right here at least. So.
I mean, the good news is you can only go into this level a certain amount before you kind of ceiling and hit a point where you can't go any further because of how the story was told. But at the same time, that also means that there's really no easy way back out. You just have to backtrack the whole way.
I see.
Oh, that one's easy.
1 down, 10 to go. Hotel parking. I see it in here. The question is up. Come on. Let's see here. She also voiced.
Yeah.
She also voiced Martin on The Simpsons. Who voiced Martin on The Simpsons?
The actress you were talking about.
Tress McNeil? I didn't know that. Wow. Wait, what did that do? Oh, pick up Enigma data pack. It did that. Alright, that's another one. Alright, so now, yeah, I guess I gotta just go in until I get to the elevator. Yeah, this is a lot easier without people in here to bug
I know,
me.
right? Are you looking forward to New Game Plus, where everything's harder and just makes you want to kill yourself?
You know, I'll be frank with you, I kind of am. I'm kind of interested to see what they're gonna throw at me for New Game Plus.
Like, for the most part, it's not terrible. Like, I like to moan about it, but it's mostly the boss fights that are ramped up unreasonably. The regular, Predator modes, or if you know what you're doing in Predator, it is what it is. And the group fights or the swarm battles, those can be annoying because I keep saying over and over, it's just armor and karate guys as far as the eye can see.
Yeah.
But it just, the Bane fights, oh god, the Bane fights.
The one that bugs me though is like I'm not a big fan of the karate fights to begin with, but like doing them without being able to see the counter prompt seems difficult.
It definitely has a really strong learning curve. Like at the beginning, you're gonna get your ass kicked a lot. It's just the sort of thing where you have to just kind of feel the rhythm of it and be familiar with, oh, you're subconsciously tracking this guy is in that certain pose. That means I need to hit the button now.
Right. It's the martial arts fight. The martial arts guys, they have just special things where you have to like double counter them and
Yeah, it's a lot more involved than when a regular henchman guy comes up behind you and you just hit the block button once and Batman just kind of takes care of it. The guys that are the martial artists, because they're martial artists, they can counter your counter and you kind of just have to play patty cake with them for a minute.
yeah, or like you'll go to hit them right and they'll counter you and you have to like double counter them basically, so yeah, it's like a whole thing.
And they enter the game very early in New Game Plus. Okay, what are we looking for?
I'm looking for the data pack that I am standing on top of, which either means it's all the way up here, which is possible.
Or it's underneath it.
Yeah. Underneath it, probably. I could even see it being like on the underside of that bridge or something,
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. Or...
Time to deploy what I call the rules of video games. First rule of video games, look up. Second rule of video games, look down. Third rule of video games, look behind you. They solve almost every problem.
This one, though...
And actually, I was getting after one of my friends the other day that missed something that was right in front of their face, and I'm like, I don't even have a rule for that. Like, what is that? Rule number 0, look straight ahead? I don't know.
Where else can this be? Maybe up higher. Maybe up higher? Or maybe up even higher than that? Can I get higher than that?
Start checking the grates in the floor. Maybe it's under the floor.
Oh, good call. Yeah, it wouldn't be on top, like, all the way up here, I don't think, right?
It shouldn't be.
Alright.
It should
Whoa.
still stay in the area where, you actually played the level.
I see.
Oh, hit the invisible wall.
Oh, I know where it is. Yeah, it's in the grates. There we go. Well, I mean, like you said, but I was like,
Bats McGee says Constantine sounds different. Hurrah Shade says rule number 0, look.
Just look. So let's see here. Where I was going is the next place I can go in that hotel, I think, right? Like the 10th floor up there.
Yep.
So,
Because this is the point after electrocutioner fell and you took his gloves.
yeah. Got it. I'm being told to be careful because you can.
Oh yeah, he says, or they, Hurrah Shades, I don't know your gender, says they fell through the map that way. That's never happened to me.
No, me
I'm glad that's never happened to me. Mr. the Lazy One says, use your special eyes.
Special. It's the bad eyes.
My brand! I love that commercial, I can't help it.
Which one is that? My brand.
It was, a commercial where they were doing, like, internet orders for contacts, and they were like, no, I can't do that, I have special eyes. And his wife is like, look with your special eyes, and he goes, my brand!
How am I gonna get through you? I guess this way. Maybe around somehow?
Through the laundry door?
Guess through the laundry door. I thought I saw like a. There we go. Wait, this is not right. This is different.
Oh yeah, that's taking us the wrong way.
Yeah. If I wanted to
Actually, go back to the map for a second.
Yeah,
Which actually means go back to the map for 10 seconds, because I'm behind.
sure.
So you might actually need to go through the laundry door and loop around a little bit.
Looks like I might have to go up to the 28th floor and drop out this little like gap here, maybe.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Basically, anytime the map sends us into like behind the scenes areas, I'm like, this isn't the escape scene in Portal, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't played that in so long. My wife was playing Portal and she liked it, but she never got to finish it. So, all right, hold on a second.
It's unfortunate.
Hey, thanks, Bats McGee, for subscribing to Slow Beef. That's me. See here.
Actually wrote a really long essay about Portal 2 recently.
I think. See, I haven't played Portal 2 in a while. I remember the potato, and I did remember liking Wheatley's final level because it reminded me of like old Doom wads and things like that I used to make, but which I guess was the intention, really.
My best friend actually got me a GLaDOS potato kit that you can actually make with a real potato. It's incredible.
That is actually pretty great.
Yep, it's got like the little light and it has a speaker, and if you plug this little kit into a real potato, she will talk to you.
Oh my god. That's nuts, actually.
Yeah, like it's not like listening for you to talk to her at all. It's just she'll intermittently just say lines from the game, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm actually holding potato GLaDOS.
So, I'm being asked, you used to make wads? Like, I did used to make wads. They were not good. You wouldn't want to play them. It's not like, holy crap, Slobi's wads. It was like me and my friend Pedro would just like try to make video games with things. And fail miserably. But that potato kit's really cool, actually.
Reasonably sure I know where it is. Should set one up and take a picture sometime.
I gotta figure out, well, I gotta figure out where this freaking data pack is, actually. It's
I feel like we're on the right track. I think it's set up in a way to drive you crazy because you can see it in one location, but you have to take a roundabout way to get there.
I think we have to do this for a second. I have to go to the,
Hey, look at that.
Is it? Yep. There we go.
First rule of video games.
Look up. Alright, so let's see. 19th floor done. I can't go up from there anymore, so. No.
Shade says you might be able to drop out a window. We were kind of kicking that around earlier.
I was thinking, yeah. Oof. So,
OP
Alright.
Helium says, "Can I get a hoya?
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
das ist good."
I was thinking the Fargo, oh yeah, like oh yeah, like funny looking guy, but I haven't seen I haven't watched Fargo in forever. This is not correct.
Yeah,
Is
we're
it? This is
definitely
correct.
getting farther away at this point.
Yeah, all right.
Well, here's my question: where have we been?
Hey, Constantine.
We got
So we're in the Royal Hotel.
yeah, we're in
I
the
see.
East Tower. Just got the 1904 one. I was looking to get to.
There's a data pack that we can see through one of the hallway fences, and we're bumbling around trying to figure out how to get to the room it's in.
I think I might have something.
Let's see. Have we been in the elevator shaft, by the way, and taken care of
Yeah,
that?
I got in
Yeah,
that
we-
one.
Good.
We just
Thank
exited the
God.
elevator shaft. I think we missed something in the elevator shaft to get that other data pack. So like I said, I don't think the entrance to get there is like right next to where you see it. I think it's one of those ones that visually messes with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think you're probably right there.
yeah, I was thinking. All right, I'll tell you what I was thinking. All right, so listen, East Tower elevator shaft takes you to 19, right? 19-4.
Right.
If you look at the map, the 28th floor has this like weird little like open window section, which would help you get this data pack here 2 levels down, which I couldn't figure out how to get because it was behind like a wall. Or I can even just show you. Actually, it's not that far away.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. So that seems like it should be, yeah, like another a little further down or something, right?
Right. What was I doing? Oh, right. So then, okay. So, yeah, we started like here. All right. 10th floor
Right,
laundry room.
coming out of the.
Yeah, and then the problem is the data pack is like right here, you know?
Yeah, so this is what we were just calling this the laundry room. Because we can see it right here, and we're like, oh, we must have to go through the laundry room, but we can't find any kind of direct route there.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think I know this one.
And like you can see when you look through the fence that there is a hallway there with like a slight turn. So with there being the little open window area,
Oh,
yeah, I don't remember this one well enough, so I don't know if you like drop into the room and come around the corner in the hallway or what.
well, I got some news. I got it.
Yep. Yep.
We're all
I
idiots.
See,
That was
that
ridiculous.
was easier than it seemed.
That's called
I was
Overthinking
just-
it. Well, at least I was right that it was a
gonna
laundry room.
I was gonna suggest, like, is there a charging point or something nearby? Which is weird because we should have gotten that one on the first run through.
It's funny, yeah, because that was Bats McGee.
Just must not have seen it.
Time to add Bats McGee to the call now. Just add everybody.
It's a big group chat where we're all just shouting over each other.
It's fine. It's fine. With the old
No, that's
Skype
nothing. There
days.
there were 7 people in the Worms chat I was in. So
Jeez. Alright, so I think we're all good here now. So we're gonna next thing
yeah, you
is-
can probably head to the higher floors, funhouse and all that.
Funhouse.
I mean, yeah, it really kind of is a funhouse.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, West Tower, so 2 on the way.
I like that you can see the roller coaster from here.
Yeah.
What does this thing do? Nothing. Alright.
I
Yeah,
think that was just to open the doorway to come through here.
yeah.
There's one in a corner, like here-ish.
Check for grates. One of those visually screwy ones.
Will that kill me? I'm just curious.
No, nothing's really gonna kill you here. This is where I was looking for, though.
I've actually never jumped into one. Now I'm curious.
No, he'll jump out. Do you remember when we went down a partial hallway when we were here before, and then we didn't seem to see anything? I'm reasonably sure that that is where
that feels like a
the data
lifetime
packets off
ago.
the map is. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a side hallway, I think, from an area you rappel up to. I think you pulled a guy down for a ledge takedown off of it. And yeah, it's like we got partway down the hallway and then wound up turning back. I think this is where I'm thinking of. Yep. There might even be one through that fence, or on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I think we may have passed it. Instead of grappling all the way to the top, I think we need to just jump across some of them.
Okay.
Oh, what I was thinking was, as you ran down the hallway to get to this fence area here, there's a pathway which will be on his left going back. Yeah, you're right there.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying to guide you to before. It's in this area.
Okay. Oh, I hate when it does that.
That was it.
Yeah, okay.
That was the one I was thinking of.
I'm just so tired of these internal shaft areas. Why they gotta have such bad architecture?
Because Gotham.
There's Gotham. Alright, so
Gotham, where the architecture makes no sense and it's probably full of lead.
Gotham, where the architecture makes
Seems
no
legit.
sense and it's probably full of lead. Gotham.
And the points don't matter.
The
And the data
points
pack.
don't matter.
We got the data pack. I'm not even sure how that worked, but there's randomly gargoyle.
Whatever, we got it.
Alright, wait, what was the line? Gotham, where the architecture makes no sense and something full of lead, right?
It's probably full of lead.
It's probably
Yeah.
full of lead. Gotham, where there's always at least 4 gargoyles running over your right above your head. Gotham.
This is starting to sound like the Double Dare theme.
Gotham. There's just tons of grates on the ground right below your feet. Gotham, hope you brought some glue grenades because there's a lot of steam, heat.
You got a glue grenade to yeet.
Eat. Yoy yoy. Let's see here. Alright, 25th floor. West Tower, nothing here.
Just glad that there's nothing left in the freaking ventilation shaft there. Hate that area.
Gotham. Here's the fun house.
Oh, I like this. Sophie Iva says, Gotham is chaotic New York, Metropolis is lawful New York.
Nice.
Hard to argue with that.
I will still fight forever that Gotham is indeed an allegory of New York, but apparently it's in New Jersey.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I've read that before, that Metropolis is supposed to be New York and Gotham City is... I don't know exactly which city it represents, but it's supposed to be in New Jersey. And I'm like, but don't you actually call New York Gotham?
Yeah, you actually do.
In real life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand this choice, but okay, I'm not DC.
It's made worse weird over the years, as I'm sure you know.
What's Green Arrow?
House of Dead Sound says they thought that Metropolis was Chicago. Well, here's the thing. Gotham and Metropolis are right across from each other. You just cross the water and there you are. And then somewhere in there is Bloodhaven. I don't even know where the hell that is.
I definitely didn't think that Gotham was Chicago. I always thought Gotham was New York.
Yeah, Gotham's always been New York to me. But yeah, Central City, Flash is in Chicago.
I was watching, I can't remember which one it was, where it was Batman versus Green Lantern, an animated one. Where, where Green Lantern's like, wait a minute, you're not just some guy in a suit, right? Like in a bat suit. Which I thought was a nice line. And then he's like, and then like Batman all of a sudden has his rings, like, what does this do? And like,
Well, I did like the comment, you know, when Bruce, when Flash, I think it was Flash in the Justice League asks Bruce what his superpower is. I'm rich.
Yes. That was really good, especially since so many people accuse him of that as a negative. So I really liked them embracing that as like, yeah, I'm rich, what about it?
I think this one's on a balcony in that fenced area.
where I was trying to get to before, you think, or? I guess what I mean is, or wait, a balcony, you said?
Yeah, there's some balconies on the left side.
I was thinking like here, like this thing, but you're saying it's more like on the...
There's only so high you can go on the tracks.
Right.
Which is weird because it doesn't look that steep.
Right. But then again, neither does some of the radio tower stuff, but he won't walk up that either.
Batman's just very cautious. He has weak ankles.
Dark Knight Returns Green Arrow. Oh yeah. Oh, fucking Silver. Is Oliver Green Arrow, by the way? Is that his name? Or is that somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Platform I can glide to with a thing to hack.
Isn't there the remote claw access point in here somewhere? Maybe we can get just an aerial view.
I think I see it. Yep.
No, that's what I was looking for. Did you hit that? I think you actually got that one before because I remember seeing you pull down the nose.
It says lock data pack actually. I thought I already got that too, but
Oh, yeah.
what's
guess
weird
not.
though
That's the one then.
is I can lock the target for this one, but I don't see where to like get the other side of it. You know. Oh, we have to hit the second thing to get the anchor point.
Yeah, I think that's what the clown nose is for or something. Part of this just had to do with level progression. We just have to separate what's level progression and what's side quest.
Right. I do see a
Bats McGee says there's also one on the ground level. You have to slide to get it.
I do see that security console there.
Yeah, I just don't see the thing on ground level though that we have to slide to get.
It's I hate this. I hate the ones in here.
Go back over the fence. Or did he mean back over the fence, as in like when I was over here?
No, the arena there. No, that's there's nothing in there anymore.
I think at this point we can just say that Nigma's plan worked because the three of us are just going, data packs are bullshit. He's just sitting in his little hidey hole cackling.
There we go. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Oh, fantastic. Yep.
Yep, I saw it.
Yeah. That's the one I hate because that one always freaking screws with me.
All right.
Thank you, Bats McGee.
Thank you, Bats McGee. All right. So yeah, we did get
Nice
that
job,
one.
Bats.
So let's get the hell out of here.
We got one.
Hurrah Shade says Batman needs to give us some map squares to fill out to make this easier.
I agree, actually.
Let's Metroid this thing up.
Alright, so let's...
Seriously. So there's one left in the hotel, right? What I saw.
Let's see. We're at 96%, which is amazing. Diamond.
You're the light
Yeah,
in
one
the
more.
stream.
Thank you, Benno Hawk.
House
Wait.
of Dead Sound says, are these less or more annoying than the Asylum Riddler trophies? I would say these are more annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What do you
go
guys
with
think?
more.
I agree.
I don't remember if I got all of them for Asylum, but this is...
Yeah, there were a few challenging ones for Asylum, but I would say that I thought that they were all at least fair.
Yeah. Yeah, so, Constantine, you're right that there is only one more for the hotel.
Yep. Okay. So we gotta keep going, then. Only way to... Oh, I know where it is. It's in the Overlook area, I think.
No, not again. Please.
The Overlook area?
Yeah, you know, the...
I see it. Yeah, overview bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the triple black claw. Oh, I kind of remember triple black claw now. All right, hold on.
Oh, yeah, so do I. Easily forgettable because it only appeared, I think, just the one time.
How do I get across there, though, now? 'Cause I have to get there. but
I
have
think
to...
this is the one where you have to hit the button to reveal the other anchor point.
What do I hit it with?
On the balcony up there, there was a button, or it has to do with the clown nose. It's one of the two.
I already hit the clown nose, but...
Let's say rappel over to the balcony and
Yep,
try
because
that.
the balcony, there was that big control panel up there.
The balcony...
Over the fighting arena.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's... Oh, there is a... You're right, My bad. Forgot about this, yeah. Okay.
Yep, activate Jack in the Box.
There's the anchor point. Hurrah Shade says, I assume with regard to the Riddler stuff, more annoying but less tedious. They got tired of triple backclaw ones on Asylum. I mean, triple backclaw being an upgrade, I guess I didn't mind it that much. You just had to take like an extra second to aim.
I kind of forget triple backclaw, truthfully. Like, I remember it that, like, if you wanted to pull down some of the walls, I think you needed triple backclaw to, like, cover more of the area, sort of.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I don't think it served much. Oh, it was also used in the final boss fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty niche. It had very specific uses, and outside of that, you kind of had no consequence for forgetting about it.
Right.
I think I just got the last data pack.
Yay!
Yay, so all that's left is then Pioneer's Bridge.
That was
The
easy and
damn
peasy.
Alright. Bad news. It's getting the hell
Now
out
we
of
gotta backtrack.
Yep.
It's kind of a shame you can't just like step outside through one of these windows so that you can fast travel.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, I got a roof over my head, better walk down the building.
Is it bad that every time I see one of these guys who's now wearing a TV for a head, I think of Killer MC?
It's Killer MC.
Killer MC, for some reason, whenever he is drawn, or his icons are involve him having a TV on his head.
It's not bad.
bizarre.
I mean, it's not like I don't think you're like a bad person or something.
It has caused.
These
it has
aren't real
caused
people.
some.
Like, their families aren't watching this stream. You know what I mean? Like,
It has
how
caused
dare
some
you?
funny jokes, though, had to be made at his expense.
Wait, Killer MC is in the streamer? Our pal Killer MC?
Always
who...
depicted as a guy with a TV on his head, yeah.
I see.
or at least whenever.
Was that his old Av, or?
I think that's his current Av as well.
Super thinking of the wrong MC. I'm thinking of, what was that guy's name? Billy MC?
Yeah.
The-
That guy.
Our favorite Let's Player.
That dude. Whoa. Whoa.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yep. Let's see here. I think Super Great Friend had the TV head. I think everyone had the. I'm gonna be honest. TV head's not really that original. No, I'm kidding. Let's see.
Well, MC is the one I know the best, so there you go.
There I go. Let's open this door. How does this hotel have all this space for that?
Kurashade says, "Hey, the Joker thug that almost got electrocuted before Batman saved him is my uncle."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, disrespect. You think I can just jump out this window?
It's okay, you saved that guy.
Look at that. Batman's like, look at this. He's just like, nah, it's too cold.
Yeah, screw that.
Is this where I fought Bane or something? Like, where it's just like, now we're not going back out to that arena?
No, this is just a random open window.
Oh.
Yeah, you fought Bane more. If you had kept going forward,
That's what I thought, yeah.
Run across the library and shit.
Yeah, because there's more plot that happens further up in the hotel, so you can have that long dramatic fall afterwards.
So far, best boss fight in this game is probably Deathstroke. Firefly was pretty
definitely.
great. Yeah. Firefly's a very good spectacle fight, I think. Like, it looks amazing, you know, but it's...
it really does.
Yeah.
I really like the Firefly fight because it's not just a fight. Like, there's different things that you do that take you outside of one location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
But the Deathstroke fight is just... It's so cool to watch, but it's also so intense to actually play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that freaking coin. I'm very interested to do that without the counter prompts.
It's
like,
harder by far, but it's so rewarding when you get it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I actually got the achievement for the perfect Deathstroke fight on New Game Plus, and I felt like...
Wow.
I didn't even have words for it because I'm like, this is an accomplishment that means nothing in the real world, and I don't care because I'm so proud that I did it.
No, I understand totally.
Totally.
That's McGee's like, yeah, I did too. Like, wow.
Yep.
Like, your heart is like pounding out of your chest because you're like, just a little more, just if I can just not get hit a little longer.
Was that couch on fire still? Holy crap.
It's full of tinder. Gorashade says, how in the hell did you do that, Leedsy? Basically, I have no friends and I like being in my room.
There you go.
Well, that's how one gets through this pandemic.
There you go. Yeah, right?
Right.
Fucking
I
equipped.
seriously barely noticed that my state was on lockdown because it was my daily life.
Yep, I've been working from home since March with no end in sight, and I am quite fine with that.
We got we got the word that we're not coming back for the calendar year. So
Yeah, we're not expecting to either.
it was great because like
Find
I was
a job that
because
has that kind of circumstances. I so hate working retail. I'm so done. It's been too long.
Yeah. I can tell you this though, it's like we just had a conference call today because we were talking about it because the schedules are arranged the way that they are because of desk sharing that occurs at the office. Well, we don't have desk sharing anymore. So for the duration, you know, my boss took a survey. It's like, what do we look like? You know, what's anybody want to do? So, yeah, it's gonna be another month, but
oh god damn it.
move up my start time by a couple of hours so I can get out earlier.
I think I soft locked. Or no, okay, good. It just took a while. Yeah. I work in New York City too, so like rent's super high, so a lot of like companies are like, hey, maybe we don't want to pay this off. Maybe this, you know, so like they're kind of talking about like maybe we don't come in 5 days a week to work anymore. And I'm like, that sounds good to me. Let me just throw my support in for that plan. I don't think it'll happen because corporate and things like that never happen. But still, I told my boss, like, I really like that idea.
Yeah, I don't know where the
Figure
whole
out what
thing...
it is I can even do that's useful so that I can get a better job. I know I can do useful things. I just don't know how to package that up to someone and be like, hey, you should totally hire me.
You should stream Batman.
Yeah.
Right. Put that on my resume.
There you go. All right, listen, Gotham. All right, no fucking around. Gotham Pioneers Bridge. I'm gonna start in Coventry, so I don't have to deal with snipers or deal with less snipers.
Well, there's a couple that are going to be actually above ground here. So that's...
We're at 96% of Enigma trophies.
Yep, we're almost there. We're going to pop a bunch of achievements if we get that.
Sorry, the
House of Dead Sound says that they work at a hotel and they get to be around a lot of people. I work at a store at the mall. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it on social media, but it rhymes with fencers. And people there tend to not want to wear masks.
I'm not.
I can't tell you how many times a day I have to tell people to put their masks on.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you don't get screamed at.
I
My wife works retail, such as it is. But, you know, people don't give her a very hard time for some reason.
looks like there's one.
I have to continuously deal with the fact that strange men are always telling my wife how beautiful she is.
I had a guy recently ask me if he could take me out on a date, which I would have said no to anyway, but I was telling him to, not during a pandemic. And he was like, oh, come on, I'll take you wherever you want. And I'm like, where I want to go right now is home.
I got 300.
Yes, gotta watch Batman.
My board is lit up. You don't have
Oh, you don't have to watch Batman.
Sorry, already got a date with the Dark Knight.
Whoa, that who I think it is?
Yeah, actually, that could work if you just be like, listen, I can't go out with you, but if you go to twitch.tv/slowbeef, you get to hear my voice. And
Right.
for $5 a month, you get to hear David Haters. So
Right.
it's like you're making money. Oh. Day I gotta replace that. Okay, sorry, Batman. Alright, so here's the deal, right? I got looks like maybe just 2 outside, so
Yeah, I think there's one on that catwalk you were flying by. I think that's the one that you're even marked.
the catwalk like here to my right.
It looks like it's on the other side of the bridge, though.
Yeah, it's like where you had the catwalk on the north side of the bridge, where you had to charge one up to open the data pack. There's also one on the south side of the bridge in a similar layout.
Alright, so here I am up top, right? Overlooking this whole bridge. Okay. So you're saying I should go for the catwalk?
Probably the fastest to identify.
Alright,
Yeah,
which
that's
catwalk? The
for
one to
sure.
my left or to my right? Okay,
Left.
Left. Through that big break, I guess.
I'm assuming. We'll see if it lets
Yeah,
us.
past where you're. Yeah.
Here, I hope.
No, I was thinking more like the underside of the supports of the bridge.
Oh. Like here? This part? I think I already got this one for the record, but... Or did I?
No,
On those platforms, I think you did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe not.
that was.
The timer's still working, so maybe not.
It's weird. It does look like it's there, doesn't it? I saw him get this.
Unless there's
You know what?
two
I
of them.
think there might be a matching one on the other side of the bridge. Like,
Ah,
looking at it from end to end, I think the top half and the bottom half
That
both
must
have
be.
the same type.
I see. Okay, I think I see that third
Okay.
one over there. Okay.
Yeah, chat's also saying I thought you did this, so there's got to be just 2 matching puzzles.
Yeah, that's well, if it makes any sense. Alright, but as long as you've seen the third one, then you know what to do.
All right, got it.
Dragon Batman says,
Yeah.
that is wild they did that.
It really is. It's
Extremely
super-
similar side objectives and open world games. Say it ain't so, says
It-
Wild Knight Wizard.
Say it ain't so plucky. Say it ain't so. All right.
Okay, there we go.
See here. All right. So.
So yeah,
Bats McGee says there's also one on the wall on the underside of the bridge.
which is what I was about to say, actually.
Jinx.
Where I am?
No, just float off to the left there where the walkway is.
Good point. House of Dead Sound says, I think it's funny how many places Riddler got to somehow.
That is a very good point.
or
honestly.
his handlers, for that matter.
Yeah, maybe he just hires people in each area, because I can't imagine him, like, you know, putting on a hard hat and getting some of these things into the right place with proper equipment.
Mm-hmm. Not much is certain.
He'd probably think it was beneath him anyway, because he's far too smart.
Right.
All right. Where am I?
Yeah, no, fly all the way down to the
All right. Just on the ice, you mean, or?
No. There's an area that you can see on the left there where you can walk around down there.
Oh, okay. I think I see.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Okay.
Because I think you'll also find the entrance to the bridge level on one of those support pillars. I forget which one, but it doesn't really matter. Get to it. Yeah, there is one that should that I don't think that you got, which is just a security console.
I don't understand how it can be though, like back there, if like the map says it's here. Oops. You know.
Well, you can also look on those crane, or from those crane areas anyway.
The cranes might be the better bet. It seems to line up more.
And we only found, I think, one on one of these before, and I think there's more.
We might be on the wrong side of the bridge. Nope, we're there.
Well, we're on the right side.
We've turned around so many times, my inner compass is messed up.
Mm-hmm. Can confirm.
Just using the remote control batarang to look around.
I love doing that.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Remote control batarang is my scout.
Yeah.
Let's see where this thing is. Wait. No. Allegedly, I'm facing it, kind of.
Allegedly. That's number 12, right?
Yeah, I think so. Wait, let me look.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. No, wait.
Mr. the Lazy One says, I love how
11-1.
slow the remote control batarang looks. There's a control in the game where you can actually slow it down. That's why it looks slow.
11-1.
Yeah.
I can just walk
Bats
down
Mickey
this.
says, throw it to the right and then circle back around.
I think it's on the catwalk there. Ooh, actually, I think we can just get to the catwalk there. Whoops. Oh dear. Jesus Christ. Hold on, we gotta get this. This is not...
Yeah, it's not optional.
It's like, game, we're so close, just give us a break.
I know, seriously.
I'm gonna laugh if it's actually on the... Not the crane itself, but like on the base that he keeps climbing onto out of the water. And we're looking up the entire time.
I thought I looked down before, but...
That makes me think of that one Riddler trophy in City where it's in the boat.
Oh god, that thing is cool though.
Alright. Throw it to the
Yeah,
right,
the-
and then circle back around, okay. Wait, was that it? I think I might have seen it. No. Alright, threw it to the right. Okay.
Dragon Batman says, wait, I'm looking at a video. Have you done one that needs you to push a button on one of the bridge's middle supports?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
a pressure pad kind of thing, and then like you have to like there's like a pattern you follow, kind of. Doesn't seem right to me.
Okay. My thought is, let's see.
All right,
Try and take a look at what I know. That one we got. That one we got. I know
Dragon
that one.
Batman says, no, it's a button at hip level.
There it is.
Found it. Good.
Hey!
Fabulous.
Just
All
all the way
right,
up
let's
here.
go inside the bridge and finish up.
I didn't get it yet.
That
but
was incredibly simple.
that was, yeah.
Yeah, this one. This is the one I was trying to think of. I had the location wrong.
All right, there we go. Done.
Mazel tov.
That's the last Overworld one, yeah. So
Golf clap.
thank God. All right, next one is in the bridge, right?
Yes, into the
Yeah.
bridge we go. Well, let's wrap this.
Yeah. See,
sucker up.
Dragon Batman got it. I think that was the one that's button hip level. But all right. Where do I go to get in the bridge?
The big
It's down at
support.
the base.
Yeah, base the big support.
In the middle.
Yep,
The-
at the middle, down at the very bottom.
Thank you. All right.
Hurrah Shade says, what if we call the Riddler and just tell him we found it?
I like that idea.
I can totally accept that.
Tip Chakal says, "How close are we to platinum?" Well, actually, we've got almost everything we need in terms of like this playthrough, which is going to be the longest by far. You know.
Oh yeah, the New Game Plus playthrough is only going to have to go as long as necessary to close out the worst nightmare. Once we do that, we can speed to the end.
Yep, and I Am the Night can actually be even shorter because there's a lot of extraneous stuff in the game that isn't required to get to the end game. And with I Am the Night requiring that you do it without dying, it's important to cut as much of that sort of stuff out as possible so that you increase your chances of not dying. So you can skip things like Shiva. You know, Shiva is actually completely optional as far as I recall.
Yep, not Deathstroke. Deadshot is
Yep, Deadshot is
not
optional.
required. There's a whole bunch of stuff you're not
So
going
there's
to do.
There's a lot of ways to streamline the game for I mean, technically for any play mode, but I Am the Night is the most important.
Yep. I think a straight run of I Am the Night can be done in under 3 hours.
Yes.
Depending on how many restarts.
Right.
Well, yeah. If you get really, really, really good at it, like, I can tell you that Bats McGee could be a speedrunner of this if he wanted to. Because I have seen him zip right through this fucker.
Oh, this is that one that was pissing us off before.
Yep, it's because the elevator wasn't there because
Yep.
when we powered up the thing.
This is why we all had vague memories of hatred.
So what we needed to do was get it before we went up.
7. Pioneers Bridge has 5 more. Okay. 5 more. Stop that game. Okay, so... Alright,
Yeah,
so...
these are going to be relatively, I think, painless.
We just gotta find them all.
Yeah, well, one of them was at the top of all this before you go into the Predator room. There was an area that you had to kind of cross over where you had a fence and I think a disruptor area. Well, you can get to that now.
Kinda remember.
Yeah, it was right outside the Predator area. It won't be hard to run across. I'm just glad we're out of the elevator shaft. Again, he said.
Too many shafts in this game.
Agreed. Alright, so this one...
100%.
I get to this one. Oh, wait.
Yeah, this is the one.
Get outside, that's all?
This.
Yeah, you gotta... Yeah, you should be able to reach that from here.
There you go.
Alright, 4 more to go.
Yes, indeed. Well, one of them is the one that requires the remote batarang trick.
Good. I like remote batarangs. Oh dear.
Yeah.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a little more intensive than usual, but it's not terrible.
Alright, cool.
And considering who we're talking to and
Right.
what he's already accomplished, this is gonna still be a walk in the park, I think.
I have an undying hatred for this room just because I was so dead set on finishing something in, I think it was my worst nightmare track, might have been one of the other ones, in this room, because I'm like, no, I'm not progressing until I get this challenge, and because I saw a video where it was done, and I'm like, oh, if the video can do it, I can do it, and it just was not working. I eventually gave up and moved on.
What box did that?
Had something to do with using the remote claw on, like,
Ooh.
3 guys at once or something. I don't remember. I blocked it out.
Different from the one to pull over the 2 with gadget techs.
Over the railing?
Yeah,
Nah, that's super easy on the final offer.
and in the GCPD, which is where I got it anyway.
I've never tried it at the GCPD.
Yeah, the in the bullpen there, at least in because I got that one in NG Plus, and
Where am I going? Shit.
yeah, it was funky, but I kept dying was my problem ultimately because they
These are all on the top
they
floor.
kept spotting me, but
How do I get back? How do I get up?
you were headed the right track there. That corner
Yeah,
by that.
it's a little
where
ladder
you
in the corner.
slid down. Yep, that's where you knocked out Brandon finally.
Oh yeah, okay. Alright, it's hard to like see. In this room that I slid over?
No, this is where you
No.
picked up a data pack. Go back through where you slid and turn left in the corner. There's a ladder there.
Oh. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, got it. What's Batman doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're going to want to take that. Yep, there's one in there. It's nice how sometimes they leave them just kind of wide open.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they gotta give you a kindness once in a while.
Right.
Just to keep that carrot on the end of the stick so you keep walking a little longer.
In the actual train car.
Rocksteadette says, "What is Batman doing? Is he looking for crime?"
Always. I'm always looking for crime. That was my Batman. That sounds just on.
Dragon Batman says he's having a fun night out.
Oops, no, Batman.
We're gonna stalk this propane tank.
Talk the wildly unknown. Yeah, I think there is one in the vent.
Got it.
Or is it inside the train car?
Both.
Oh, no, there it is.
There's probably one.
There's one there. There's one in the train car too. And then literally the only one that's going to be left is going to be the Batarang trick.
P-Phone K says that it's better than most Batman voices.
You ever see there was another sketch? It was like somebody was playing Joker, someone's playing Batman, like Christian Bale Batman, and he goes like, "Why you wanna kill me?" And like Joker's like, "What? I'm sorry." Like,
Did you guys ever see that
Hey.
little animation called, I think it's called Missing the Mark, where it's a cartoon where these villains kidnap Mark Hamill, and animated Mark Hamill starts doing like the Joker voice to throw them off, and they're like, "Oh shit, the Joker's here, what's going on?" And at the end they're like, "Well, what you didn't understand is that you kidnapped Mark Hamill, and he's an accomplished voice actor."
Okay, so we're down to it then.
yep.
During time.
Yep, shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Evil shenanigans.
What is this tomfoolery?
All right, so let's charge this, I guess, to start maybe.
Yep, because you got to pass through the
There's some
charge.
timing involved here.
Yeah, if you don't get this on the first try, it won't be because you don't know how to throw the Batarang, Lord knows. Gotta go through and up, all that.
Yeah, there's a
I think I see. And
yeah,
then
that tiny little gap.
the only thing I don't know is where the electricity is gonna be.
It's yeah, you passed it. Sort of just turn around. It's actually literally
Well, and the
right up on the
electricity is temporary.
Right. Ah.
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Almost.
Yep.
Missed it, but.
Oh,
But you got the right idea.
yep. You'll just have to turn it around after that, and
Oh dear. You talked me up too much. Now I'm gonna get performance anxiety and never be able to get.
It's okay, we believe in you.
nothing to it.
There you
Good
go.
job. I know this one took me a while. I just couldn't get the aim right.
Yeah, me too.
There we are. And with that, I think there's only one more left, right? Let me just double check that.
Hurrah Shade says that this was their favorite data pack. It's a
99.
really solid puzzle.
99%. Yep. All right, let's go get rid of Enigma.
Yes,
Yep.
please. We've built this up long enough.
Yes, we have.
How do I get out of here again?
Which is just the way Enigma likes it, honestly.
That piece of garbage. I forgot even how I got in here, actually.
Sophie Iba says, I don't believe in you, Beef, so you don't have any expectations to live up to.
Aw. Well, I did it, so there. I'm good at one thing.
Take that.
Take that. One day when my kids... I'll have this video to refute them one day when they're teenagers and they hate me. But...
Right.
Yes. I think that's like every parent's like kind of nightmare in a way, because it's like, ah, shit, I remember. You know, like, so... It's like, oh well.
Do you ever think sometimes about your kids watching your Let's Plays when they get older?
Yes, I do. I mean, like, well, there's a kid named Ryan who he's on YouTube Kids, and like, I guess his dad's like a video editor or something, but he makes like a ton of money doing that kind of stuff. And basically, like, my daughter like watches him constantly, and so does her like cousin and stuff. So like, they always talk about him and all that, and I know, like, I'm like wondering like one day if they're gonna like bring it up.
Down, Slow Beef.
Yeah.
Down.
Sorry, I was just
Down.
talking about Ryan. But
Yeah, there's a hole in the roof of the elevator car.
Elevator. Yep.
Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, my mom's always like, you should make like a YouTube channel for, you know, your daughter. I'm like, no, I don't think I'll be doing that.
No.
But what's funny is she wants to make videos, but like, and I record them, and like, I'm not gonna like put them anywhere, but like, or I'll put them somewhere so she can watch them when she's older, you know. But like, she's funny because she like says all the things like on the video. Like, she'll be like, make sure you like and subscribe and click here for the bell, and like, you know, and like, and download my
That's
app,
adorable.
which is like, it's like, you don't have an app, but you know, it's not to make her an app. No, anyway.
She's gonna be like, subscribe to my Patreon.
Yeah, right.
Right.
What do you call it? She I have a video I did want to put up because we were playing Overcooked together, and she was very funny because she just kept like, it's like, all right, I'm gonna make a mess now. She just like started throwing food on the floor, where like she like, there's like one level where people are walking through. She's like, I want to play soccer, and she was just like moving a head of lettuce while I'm like trying to cook and finish the level.
That sounds amazing, honestly. I would watch that.
It was really good,
God.
honestly. I gotta like, I should put that up actually. It was funny. Let's see here.
Boy, I only just learned about that game because of Runaway Guys. They played it and they're posting videos on it.
Yeah, Overcooked.
I guess the closest I ever got to that experience was, I've always wanted to like do streaming, and I've just literally just never bothered to take the time to learn how streaming software works. And a couple years ago, I was invited to be one of the players on Mario Marathon, and my nieces are so into watching Let's Players on YouTube, and I was like, hey girls, I'm gonna be part of this gaming marathon, and you know, I'll be playing Mario Sunshine on such and such day, and they were like, oh yeah, Aunt Leeds, we're gonna watch you, and it turns out they slept through my entire session. I'm like, thanks girls, thanks for the support.
Kids always disappoint, yeah.
Yeah, I never gave streaming very much of a thought. 'Cause I only really just learned about Twitch itself, you know, within the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then yeah, I created my account, and I started follows, and then it only occurred to me shortly after, somewhere after there, it's like, oh yeah, I might want to turn the alerts on. And once I turned the alerts on, that's when I started showing up in chats, because I started knowing when people were on. But yeah, I was actually first on with Psych because he started doing Jackbox, and it was weird how nervous I was. It's like, I don't get nervous over much. But the first time, yeah. And ever since then, it's like, you know, playing games with him and the crew there, that's, a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I wind up having my expert Zelda knowledge and then winning the Tetris Effect challenge here, and it's like,
Well, there we go. New graphic 52 Batman. And look, it got unjammed suddenly. And there's
Yeah,
Clean
how about
Streets, which is a silver trophy for... What is that for? All the case files, I guess?
all the
There we
For
go.
having all of the Enigma data packs.
That's the one. That's Enigma Unraveled. And then, I think first...
It says return to Enigma's HQ. And it's like, I'm already there, game.
Sorry, I'm just looking at all the trophies here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure I don't have any. Oh, whoops. What is this? Question everything. No? Question,
No.
No answers. Questions, answers, yeah.
Questions, answers, yeah. So, yeah, go to the corner of that railing there and jump off.
Why?
Just do it.
You're gonna go to.
Oh. Well, go to the railing here and jump off?
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Shade says Batman is also looking at the trophies in his Vita.
Why did I do
Oh,
that?
no, you need to go. No. You had it right. Go through the door you broke down.
Oh, you're just telling me how to advance.
Yes.
Oh, the Riddler trophy.
Uh-huh.
100,000 XP. Very nice.
Yeah, just in case you needed any more XP.
First Riddler trophy. I get it.
Mm-hmm. That's what we've been holding out on you about.
I see.
The big reveal.
That's cute. So are we done?
It was a nice
now?
touch.
I guess so, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've
think
done
so.
everything in story of.
I haven't.
of the
I have to
game.
get more Alfred wisdom, allegedly.
And
True,
I
but
know
that
that
can
we
that
were.
stacks.
I know we were looking into anarchy tags too.
I got them.
I know the achievement unlocks at like a certain point, but I don't think it requires that you have all of them. We should double check that you have them all.
I got the. I got.
Oh.
I didn't get all of them. I got the 20
Okay.
of them for the achievement.
Yeah, it's like 4 short.
But I don't need them, right?
It's
As
like-
long as I have the achievement.
Not unless you want all the concept art.
I don't.
Then don't worry about it.
I'm too much of a completionist. I'm like, no, I need them.
I don't.
It's the same reason I got that skin the other day. I'm like, I'm not going to use the skin, but I need it.
No, Sony is my master. They tell me what trophies to get. All right, this is what I'm missing.
Yeah.
Enigma, I got that one. I got first Riddler trophy. Worst Nightmare, Legend of the Dark Knight, obviously. All right, Thanks Old Friend is the next one. I think that.
Yeah, you can. The Alfred wisdom doesn't matter what game mode you're in. You just,
Yeah, you could always save the Alfred Wisdom for New Game Plus if you ever need an XP boost to get you to a level for a bat snack.
Fair, but
Well, actually, I think he's gotten all the levels.
Oh, fair enough.
but I mean,
No more bat snacks.
until I am the knight, I guess, right?
It's gonna
Although
be fun
that-
times.
I am
yeah.
the knight though. Like, it's not New Game Plus, right? Like, you start with like level 1 everything, right? Or is that wrong?
Yeah, you
Well-
have to complete New Game Plus to even be able to attempt I Am the Knight, so it's a completely separate mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna keep all your stuff in every mode from here on.
Where the hell is
Yeah, it's all
Alfred?
connected.
Where's Alfred?
He's
Oh, I see.
somewhere.
Every now and then he meanders. I think he's over in the training area.
I see him.
Yep, there he is.
They returned. Anything interesting to report?
You tell me.
Looking for your bat friend?
It's just I can find no precedent for this king bat, as I've taken to calling it.
The
King bat.
Philippines are home to some of the largest bats in the world.
And how, pray tell, did one of them wind up here?
That's a mystery I'll have to solve another day.
I like how Chad has referenced this as possibly being Man-Bat. It's like, I don't think it is, given...
Have access to rather interesting technology.
He's given it is in the back
You
cave.
might want to consider appropriating it.
Well,
Some could come up
Man-Bat
with
makes a small appearance in Arkham
Well,
Knight.
this is turning out to be
forget
quite
about
the
that.
Christmas Eve, isn't it?
So that's weird.
Bat, bat. Sophie
guess-
Iva says bat, bat, and man, man.
I guess I have to leave and come back before I can do more Alfred wisdom.
I would guess that's accurate.
All right.
I think you're really close, so I think you might only have one more, given that XP.
Oh,
Oh, go into the training console and exit.
too
Perfect.
late. But
Good idea.
then I do the custom maps from the main menu and stuff, right?
Yeah, you can do everything from the main menu.
I don't remember Man-Bat being in Arkham. It was Arkham City or Asylum?
Knight.
Oh, Night. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember because he has like a jump scare thing, right? When you grapple on certain things.
Yes, a couple
You know,
times.
as much
that's
as I
spooked.
love Batman, I've actually still never played Arkham Knight. I don't know why I never got around to it, because I was part of the group that, you know, when Arkham Knight came out, there was that huge controversy over the PC version just being garbage.
Yeah.
And I, of course, had the PC version because I didn't have the next-gen consoles. And I was just like, I mean, whatever. I don't know if my computer was even powerful enough to play it, so I kind of just didn't care that it was garbage because I wasn't going to be playing it anyway.
Right.
And what's funny is that, you know, Warner Brothers very sheepishly was like, yes, anyone who wants to return it can return it. And I didn't bother because my PC wasn't very strong anyway. So anyone who didn't return the game got free copies of, like, all of the other Batman games with all of the DLC on their Steam account. And I'm like, oh, hey, cool. I'll take that. Because I previously had them on my Xbox. I'm like, cool, I get to do the achievements again.
Yeah, that's like how for me when PlayStation had their hack a few years ago, and then they gave away some games of your choice. That's how I got to play Infamous, which I am so glad I got to play, and easily
How may I
convinced
be
me to
of
buy
service,
Infamous 2 afterwards. And it's
What's
like,
the latest?
if you've never
You know
played,
everything I do,
I
sir.
highly recommend both of them for the story.
Since when did Mars
Story is
become
legitimately incredible.
expiring crime laws?
That's weird. Said, you know everything I do, sir.
That is
Sassy
interesting.
Alfred. I love Sassy Alfred.
Yeah, just pop in, load it up, and pop out, and there should be another conversation. I'm thinking, because there's only 7 conversations that you have to have. I'm feeling like you've had 6.
Wait a minute. The training console, is that how you do the maps?
Yeah, you can do it through here too.
Oh,
You
okay.
can literally do it either way.
Oh, through the main menu or through the... Yeah. Are the maps hard?
Returned. Anything interesting to report?
It depends.
Sir,
I almost never do the training stuff, so this is the one area where I have, like, nothing to offer. I did them a couple of times, and I was like, you know what, this is boring. I want to get back to the story.
Well, a reputation, Master Bruce.
A little late for that.
Better later than never, no?
Whatever, Alfred.
Hmm. Alfred says to have less sex.
Thank you, Hoorah Shades.
Yeah, Alfred, we call it snoo.
Are the maps worth doing on stream, by the way, or like, are they fun to watch? Or
I mean, it can be fun because of the variations you have to give yourself. In some
Alfred, how are you
cases,
holding
I
up?
would
Fine,
recommend,
considering the circumstances.
give it a go for one of each,
Seems to me that
because they
Gordon
do
is the
repeat
one
themselves.
good apple in a bad bunch.
I just realized that I'm not getting Alfred wisdom points anymore.
No,
Well,
that's,
maybe that's. I just have to hear everything.
maybe you need to actually.
Yeah, maybe you
Maybe
do
you
have
actually
to.
go into the map. Go to the map select.
I don't know. I mean, you know, Bat McGee is right though that they're doing the camera cutscene thing. You know, unless maybe I have to like just talk to him normal. I don't know.
I mean, maybe you do have to completely back out of the Batcave.
We'll give it one more shot, and then if not, I'll. Oh, there he is. He's right here.
Sir? Sir, if I might,
You're not even
What is
looking
it,
at me.
Alfred?
you may wish to curb
Yeah,
your,
he's repeating
shall we
himself
say,
now.
evening dalliances.
Oh,
I wouldn't like you to develop a
Yeah, that's very much a
a
repetition.
reputation, Master Bruce.
a little late for that.
Better later than never, no? I assume we won't be unwrapping presents in the morning.
Chase, it's not that we're trying to get the
Seems to me
XP,
that
it's
Captain
that
Gordon is the
if we
one
talk
good
to Alfred
apple in
enough
the
times and he
bunch.
gives us all of his quote
Seems to me that
unquote,
Captain Gordon is the
wisdom
one good
tidbits,
apple in
which
a
are
bad
usually
bunch.
related to plot points,
Seems
there's
to
an
me that
achievement for
Captain
that.
Gordon is the
And
one
we seem to
good
still
apple
be
in a
missing
bad
some
bunch.
Alfred wisdom and
Seems
not
to me
getting
that
the
Captain
achievement, so
Gordon
we're
is the
trying to
one good
prompt
apple
it
in a
to
bad bunch.
give us that last bit, whatever it is.
I almost think it would help to know which, because this thing does kind of give references to what the conversations will entail. I know we've talked about the King Bat. I know we talked about Enigma's real name, Killer Croc, Electrocutioner. Have we talked to him about Bane, Firefly, or Joker? Those are the real questions.
What is the name of the trophy again? It's let me see here.
Thanks, old friend.
I would say something about old friend,
Arkham.
with the picture of him adjusting his tie.
Yep. Actually, I don't think he's adjusting it. I think it's just a neck shot. The
Aw,
thing
no
I've got.
shockwave.
Thing I've got is talking about how, you know, certain story beats or complete a most wanted entry.
Let's see. Travel to Batcave. Can you talk to him?
You've probably got the same thing I've got.
People have reported this achievement to be a little consistent. Joker's whereabouts post game. I don't remember. Fireflies. Attack on the Innocents. I don't know. King Bat in the Philippines. I don't know.
So if leaving the Batcave and returning to the Batcave still doesn't prompt him to give us something new,
Oh.
would it be worth it to back out to the main menu and come back into the game file?
Maybe. Oh
We
shit.
could try.
I ran out of space recording apparently. Alright, that's fine.
Oh shit.
I'll figure that out.
Well, you got the important stuff.
Yeah.
At this point, we're just kind of bumbling around.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think people really want to see the VOD, but I'll download it anyway.
Well, hey, I check up on the VODs, but that's mostly because I am a relentless self-critic, and I always want to hear, you know, if I feel like I've been an effective co-com.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
I mean, nobody's really complained, but I've,
why
you know,
not simply
Wait.
I
let
do get
these
that though. I
assassins
did that
fight it
too
out
when I was on that
themselves?
Super
It would certainly
Metroid Let's
shorten
Play.
your to-do list.
Alfred,
new
they'd
one?
take out half of Gotham City in the process.
I fear you've assumed too much responsibility.
Only because no one else
so I
will.
feel like we may have said that before.
I mean, they all look familiar to me just because I've played this game like 3 times.
For aspiring crime lords. Some of the assassins have access to
We didn't get anything for it, so.
technology. When this is over, you
Sometime,
might want to
yeah.
consider appropriating it. Let some good come of tonight's events. I've done my best to keep the cave tidy, but with those bats circling above, there's bound to be
These
collateral
conversations don't
damage.
count,
Do keep an eye
probably.
out. Since when
No.
did
No, they're the ones with the special camera angles only.
Figured.
It's so weird that it seems to be requiring you to leave and come back, because I swear the first time I played this game, I had just kind of forgotten to come to the Batcave and talk to him for a long time, and I had a whole bunch of them banked up, and I just kept hitting talk over and over, and it kept doing it. Maybe they patched that or something.
I don't know. I feel like I did that too.
Jeez.
Like I got that one so long ago. Okay, so as it turns out, you do not have the additional downloadable maps that I do. I see.
I just want to try one of these. But is it worth using like all your equipment during the combat maps, I guess? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting guy. And what you are trying to do is build up as big of a combo as possible. Don't be hit, or be hit as little as possible, because the higher any of this goes, the more points you're going to get towards those trophies.
I think part of the reason the combat maps never appealed to me is it required more intricate combos, and I just was never interested in that. I just get into free flow and just keep punching people.
I see.
Yeah, well, if you're doing it right in this, that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, but I don't have enough variation.
Yeah. I mean, I have had a much easier time doing the Predator sections in these modes.
Oh, the Predator maps are great, but I kind of live for Predator sections. I'm very into just grabbing a perch and watching patterns until I know exactly where everyone's gonna go. I honestly had no idea in Arkham City that the Two-Face fight with Catwoman, I had no idea that was supposed to be as difficult as it was, because I literally just grabbed a perch and watched everyone move around, and worked out a system to where I could silent take down all but one guy, and then just beat the fucking hell out of Two-Face with no one to stop me. And one of my friends was talking to me after the fact, like, oh man, how long did it take you to do the Two-Face battle? It was so hard. And I'm like, really? Are you sure?
That didn't take me that long either. I don't know if I followed the same sort of thing you did, but yeah, by that time, I've been doing Predator rooms like crazy, so.
Mm-hmm.
How many rounds are there?
I know my way around. You're probably not gonna get the 3. Because actually, you gotta keep those combos up.
I don't know.
Yeah, Hoorah Shades is saying the key to combat maps is to be as varied as possible while also keeping the combo alive. Yeah, Hoorah, that's where I was saying my downfall is. I'm too boring. I don't vary my combos, like, at all. I just keep punching people. I get a really high number, but no variation.
And actually, I think a thing that will also help is, as tempting as it is to do the ground takedowns, right away on guys, get a couple punches in on them to keep the combo up, and then ground takedown them.
Yeah. I accidentally hit retry and I want to quit out.
Oh,
oops.
Go back. Yes, I'll quit the current challenge.
We'll just have group discussions while you're doing challenge maps.
Alright.
Everyone, who's your favorite Batman?
Actors or just in general?
Well, I meant actors, but we can do either.
I don't know if there is any.
Dragon Batman says me.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Kevin Conroy all day.
I think I will always consider Kevin Conroy the definitive Batman. I had to meet him at a convention and I literally almost passed out.
Yet, Master Bruce?
I have not gotten that opportunity, but I would like to.
feel like that
Like
happens.
I was in line to like get my autograph and just I just couldn't breathe to the extent that this other girl that was standing in line next to me just kind of turned and went, "Are you okay? Do you need to sit down?" I'm like, I'm okay. I'm just excited.
Children than they were about the flood of criminals in the streets.
They chose wisely.
This one's repeated. So.
Since when did masks become
Yeah, I've got. I've managed to meet a few people, but at conventions and whatnot. Mark
Yeah.
Hamill's my unicorn. Gotta meet him. That grew up on Star Wars.
Did you see the clip that someone took a recording of him at a convention where someone asked him to do Luke Skywalker meeting the Joker?
I have not seen that. No.
I'll have to find the link for that and I'll link it next time we do one of our sessions, but it's pretty awesome where he kind of riffs on the Luke I am your father scene, but it's Joker just being the Joker.
Well,
always
what
like-
he's been doing lately is, he's been doing those recording
Look,
things that the president says as read in Joker voice.
All right, I might have to do this.
No.
I've done my best to keep
Oh, yeah.
the
We gotta look
cave
that up.
tidy, but with
I
those
might have to stop for the night because it is 10 after 2. But
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting kind of late.
all right, listen. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to Lead Z and Constantine. We'll continue next time. So have a
Good
good
night,
one.
everyone.
Good night.
Right on. Good night.